Hello, everyone. Welcome to the live stream of Sixers Celtics. Thank you for being here. Thank you in advance to anybody that will join at some point. All right, I do have audio. Just had to make sure. Don't want to be talking, and there's absolutely nobody able to hear me. This is working. All right, there we go. Sweet. This is the second live stream that I have done of a Sixers game so far this year. First game was against the Bulls, which they lost in tragic fashion, where they were up by a lot and they blew it in the fourth quarter. So hopefully that doesn't happen again this time, that my live streams just always end up with an unfortunate Sixers loss. We're hoping that that is not the case. First comment is Boston Celtics, baby. All right, great. We're off to a fantastic start on all Philly all the time. That's okay. We're nice to all the fans here. I will make fun of your team occasionally, but always in good faith. Never anything mean. We pride ourselves on that here, that we don't take things too far. It's just sports, so we don't really have that type of interaction with other fans. So Celtics fans, you're welcome. I do hope that the Celtics lose, but there's not going to be any ridiculous trash talk here. So even though that's the first comment we got, thank you for commenting. Let me see. I do have the chat here. Can I get it to present? Let's see. I might need to refresh it. We'll see. The game is scheduled for 8 o'clock. It's on NBC. It is 8:01. That's whatever. That's normal. NBC. I'm excited. This will be my first time watching like a full NBC broadcast of an NBA game. I saw the snippets of it from their debut at the beginning of the year. Looked fantastic. Everybody was complimenting it a lot. So shout out NBC for their presentation. They were bringing the nostalgia, and it seemed like they did a great job. So excited to watch this NBC production. The two teams, should probably talk about that, Sixers and Celtics. This is their third time playing each other already this year. This will be the Sixers' 11th game and the Celtics' 12th. Sixers 6-4. Celtics 5-6. They have played two pretty amazing games so far this year, two at least down to the wire entertaining games. The Sixers won the first game of the season, first matchup between the two, by 1 point, and then they faced off in an NBA Cup matchup about a week ago, and the Celtics won that one by 1 point. So pretty even. Both teams have won a game by 1 point in this matchup, which means hopefully we'll get another close one tonight. Not hopefully for my heart rate, but for the average fans viewing entertainment, this should be a good game. It's a home game for the Sixers, and they are wearing their City Connect. Or wait, are they wearing their City Connect, or did they just announce that today? I'm not positive, actually. I shouldn't have said that. They did announce it today. I love the Sixers City Connect jerseys this year. This might be the best year for Sixers jerseys in a long time, because they brought back the all blacks, the throwbacks, and the City Connects this year are also very, very good. I really liked, they had a very similar version to this. I should have looked up the year. A few years ago, they had a very similar version with the white and then like a blue and gold and red script font, but the jersey was white. And the script was very similar, the like constitutional style, and I was a big fan of that. Parker actually has a jersey in that style. Loved that. And so they brought basically that back, except now it's a dark blue with white text, same font and everything, and it's got a gold stripe down the side. I love it just as much as the white one. I don't know if I could pick between the two, but it looks awesome, and so very excited to see that. Okay, they might be wearing them, because the Celtics have they're warming up, and the Celtics have gold pants, and I know the Celtics have a gold City jersey. So I was calling them City Connect. That's what MLB calls theirs. I think the NBA is just City. I think not City Connect is definitely MLB. What is it called? City Edition. There we go. That's all it is. So it's 8:04. We'll head to NBC's final commercial break before this gets up and going. I am going to try to figure out how to get the chat up. Not that we get a ton of comments around here, but we do want to make sure that if people do comment, they can be seen. I'll throw up a poll of who wins tonight. We did that last time, and people interacted with that pretty well. Most people said Sixers, but they were wrong, unfortunately. Sixers or Celtics. I think that the Sixers obviously can win this game. Joel Embiid will not be playing tonight, unfortunately. He has knee soreness, and so it begins. This is the true Joel Embiid experience. So Parker and I talked about it in our preseason analysis of the Sixers. This is just going to be a thing. You don't know when it'll strike, when Embiid will have some type of issue. So this is just how it is. This is the Joel Embiid experience. He will not be playing tonight, so we'll see how that looks for the Sixers. They haven't looked bad without Embiid. In fact, people have complained recently that Embiid's actually making the offense more slow. He's negatively impacting the team. I think that's a bit extreme, but their play style is definitely different without Embiid. So yeah, I don't think that their ceiling is as high without him, but this is different from previous years where they were just hopeless without Embiid. And this year, at least, we can be glad that they are competent without Joel Embiid. So they can definitely win tonight, and it should be a good matchup. I'm glad that the Celtics are not fully tanking, because the way the season started off, it looked like they could do that and try to get a top pick, similar to what the Sixers did last year, where they ended up with the number 3 pick. That was also lucky. They weren't projected to get the number 3 pick, but you put yourself in position in the lottery, all that. So I don't want the Celtics to have that same thing happen to them. That would not be good, with Jason Tatum coming back and also a top 5, top 3 pick. So I'm okay with the Celtics winning some games, just not when they play the Sixers. So yeah, that would be great. All right, I'm still yapping. I'm supposed to be focusing on the chat and figuring that out. Let's see if I can get this up. Let's do a refresh. Maybe that'll work. No? Okay. Well, game's about to start, so maybe during some other timeouts, I will try to connect to this. We'll see how that goes. But in the meantime, the game. That's why we're here. So let's get started. Introductions, the starting lineup for the Celtics: Peyton Pritchard, Derek White, Josh Minnow, Jaylen Brown, and Neemias Queta. Actually, I need to Neemias. I should have checked how to pronounce his name, because I don't know, and I should. So any Boston Celtics fans who pop in here, please correct me if I start saying guys' names wrong. Rico Roman, Staff Sergeant and 3-time Paralympic gold medalist, will be ringing the bell for the Sixers. Happy Veterans Day, or I think you're supposed to say happy. Veterans Day today, so to all the veterans, thank you for your service. That was a great bell ringing. That was good. Now we get the Sixers introductions. I like how NBC shows this part. This is good. Again, liking NBC's presentation so far. Based on the script that's showing on the screens around the arena, I do think that they're going to be wearing their City Edition uniforms. What do you guys think about their City Edition uniforms? I really like them. I think that they're probably top 3, that maybe top 2 City Edition jerseys that the Sixers have ever had. Obviously, the black ones are going to be the best that they've had in a long time. They're the fan favorite this year, and they should be. But don't overlook the City Edition jerseys because they are also sick. So just a great year for jerseys for the Sixers. We're blessed. It's kind of a long intro video here. Appreciate it. Get the crowd hyped up. It's a good video. There it is. Couple other things with Sixers Celtics before we get started here. The Sixers are 3-2 at home, and they are playing at home tonight. Their starting lineup: Trendon Watford, Kelly Oubre, Andre Drummond, VJ Edgecombe, and Tyrese Maxey. So Andre Drummond getting the start at center over Adembona. We will surely see plenty of Adembona as well. Trendon Watford coming off of a triple-double against the Raptors. So not coming off of, but recently with a triple-double. That was very impressive. And so excited to see what he can do. He's been off to a great start. Another big reason that the Sixers, like I was saying, have been competent without Embiid. They've got more solid role players, and they will definitely get their opportunities tonight without Embiid available at all. Quentin Grimes will be coming off the bench per usual. Adembona. We'll see who gets more minutes total in the game, him or Drummond, but Drummond is starting. And we are just about ready to go. We'll go into one final commercial break before this game that was scheduled for 8 p.m. that will start at probably 8:15. I'm okay with it being like 5 minutes after when you say, but I don't understand the 15 minutes after the fact, but I don't know. I don't know exactly if anybody within the Sixers organization or the NBA actually cares, or NBC. I don't know if they care about that, but it's just weird to me. Let's see. Anything else that we can discuss about this game before we get it going? The Sixers are scoring 10 more points per game than the Celtics. They are also allowing 8 points more per game. So their point differential is 2 points better, but Sixers offense, definitely their strong suit. Defense, not so much. They're also turning the ball over 15 times a game. Big thing to look for is going to be the third quarter. They've really struggled in the third quarter this year. They are top 3 in scoring in the first quarter, the second quarter, and the fourth quarter. And then they are, I believe, dead last. The bottom 3, if not dead last, in third quarter scoring. Okay, so this is where I got mixed up. The Celtics are wearing their City Edition. The Sixers are not. Sixers wearing their blue standard Fila jerseys, their regular home jerseys. And we are ready for tip-off. Here we go. Drummond wins the tip. Maxey has it. And away we go. Trendon Watford guarded by Peyton Pritchard on the left wing. Sixers bring Tyrese Maxey around a screen. He's got it top of the key, drives, dishes it off to Drummond, who slams it. Good start there for the Sixers. The NBC broadcast, the scoreboard is interesting. The score bug, sorry. I don't know how to feel about the score bug. It's definitely different. Can't say I love it, but Derek White, a little floater, gets it to go, and we are tied at 2. Celtics respond right away. Watford brings it back up. Sixers played back-to-back games over the weekend, and then they had an off day Monday before returning home today. Tyrese Maxey controlling the ball, top of the key. Dishes to Watford, who gets right past Jaylen Brown. Nice little floater. Good touch on that one. And it is 4-2, Watford's first points of the game. He looks confident. He's averaging 10 points per game this season, 5.5 rebounds, 4.5 assists. Solid stat line. As we've got a foul on Kelly Oubre. He was trying to duck around. That was a very weird play. He was trying to duck around a screen to follow Jaylen Brown, and he could not do so. Celtics will inbound. Peyton Pritchard has it. 10 seconds to shoot. Derek White catch and shoot 3 is short. Ball is tipped, and the Celtics will keep it. 10:32 left in the first quarter. Ten seconds on the shot clock once again. Jaylen Brown, guarded by Kelly Oubre, gets by him, steps into the lane. Floater is short. Rebound is tipped around. Watford has it. Tried to fire it ahead to Oubre, who was not looking. Pritchard has it. Pulls up for 3. That one's long. Watford can't get the rebound. And I believe that was Minot putting that back up and in. Sorry, that was Keita putting that back up and in. Tyrese Maxey from 3. That is good. Good to see from Maxey, firing and hitting early. Sixers are up 7-4. I haven't been running the scoreboard. What am I doing? Catch and shoot 3. That one's good. That was Minot. We are tied at 7, and I am not running the scoreboard. That 3 is long. Here we go. Okay, I'm getting the scoreboard now. We're tied at 7. Okay, now we're back. Jaylen Brown is fouled by Trendon Watford. Nice move by Brown. Definitely fouled there. That is a fair call. Put a nice little spin move on Watford, and then, yeah, there's a decent amount of contact there. Brown will go to the free throw line. Knocks down the first one. And now I'm actually operating the scoreboard. There we go. Celtics with their first lead of the game. And Brown goes 2 for 2 from the line. 9-7 Celtics. Sixers offense has looked pretty good so far. Like we said, their defense has been the thing that they're struggling with. Edgecombe 3 won't go. And nobody really attempting for the rebound for the Sixers. An easy one there for the Celtics. Jaylen Brown gets inside. Drummond bites. Leaves Keita, who slams it home off of the Brown assist. That's going to happen. Brown penetrates, and then Drummond has to slide over and leaves his man. Oubre drives, fades away. Nice shot, Kelly Oubre. Good touch in the paint. His first points of the game. It is 11-9 Sixers. 8:30 left to play in the first quarter. Brown, 3, no good. Edgecombe's got it. They get it back to Maxey. Dishes to Watford on the wing. That 3 is good. Trendon Watford, man. Knocking him down. And I'm behind on the scoreboard again. I'm sorry. I got to lock in. Sixers are back up. It's 12-11. Trendon Watford has been impressive so far. That shot is long. VJ Edgecombe snags another rebound. Edgecombe has it on the wing. Works around a screen from Drummond. Now he's guarded by Pritchard. Pritchard playing good defense on him, and he is stuffed by Derek White. Edgecombe tried to put up a jumper over Pritchard, and Derek White snuck up behind him and just stuffed it. The ball barely, I don't know if the ball even got out of Edgecombe's hands. Let's see. It did not. The ball did not leave his right hand, and Derek White came in and swatted that. But then when he was trying to take it back, it rolled out of bounds. So the Sixers do have the ball. Kelly Oubre 3 is short. Jaylen Brown with the rebound. Celtics all go to the three-point line, which lets Brown drive, and he smokes the layup. Watford is then fouled by Minot. Jaylen Brown had a lane there. All of his teammates spread out along the three-point line. He took it himself down the lane and just missed the layup. That's all you can say. So the Sixers get it back. They're up by 1. Tyrese Maxey controlling the offense, directing traffic. Goes to Watford again. The hot hand. They trust him. He gets inside. Tries to dish it to Drummond. Oubre ends up with it. Puts it up and in nice and easy. That could have gone worse, but Kelly Oubre luckily was there to clean it up. Sixers on a 7-0 run in the last 2 minutes. You love to see it. Pritchard with 10 to shoot, lobs it in, and that will be a foul. They got a switch that they wanted. Drummond was out on the wing guarding Pritchard, and they had the matchup that they wanted there, where Keita was being guarded by VJ Edgecombe in the paint, so they threw it in, and Edgecombe fouled. Not what you want defensively for that setup. But the Sixers are up 14-11 as we go to our first commercial break of the game. There we go. Celtics so far 4 of 10. They have made 1 3-pointer. Sixers 6 of 10, and they have made 2 3-pointers, and they are up by 3. So makes sense. For Boston, Neemias Queta has 4 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist, and Jaylen Brown has 2 points, 2 rebounds, 1 assist. They've been leading them. Josh Minot knocked down a nice 3. Good open look for him. Got to get some water, because I can't have my voice running out. The other thing with the game's supposed to be starting at 8 and then starting at 8:15. I don't know if you guys relate to this. Maybe there's somebody out there that relates to this. As a sports fan who does not, let me rephrase this. As a sports fan who is not a night owl, I think that we have it tougher. Sports fans who are not night owls have it tougher because there's no early morning games. I prefer getting up early in the morning to start my day. There's not games going on then. I don't like staying up past 10 p.m. There's always games happening then. I'm not complaining and then also presenting a solution because I don't think there's a solution to this. Just games have to be played at night. They have to be played after the workday. I'm just saying, if there's anybody else out there who also struggles with this like me, I sympathize with you. It's tough being a sports fan who's not a night owl. You got to stay up late if you want to watch the whole game. So that's just unfortunate, So, yeah, this game's starting at 8. You assume probably go till like 10:30, maybe almost 11. And then when it starts 15 minutes late, it's like, well, it's another 15 minutes longer that I got to stay up. But, hopefully the Sixers make it worth our time with a win. Just, if there's anyone else out there who is Like, there's got to be some other sports fans who are early birds and not night owls like me. Even if it's not the majority, there's got to be some of you. So it's just, it's tough. It's tough sometimes when you don't naturally stay up that late, and you just got to push through, really struggle on. So we are back. Anthony Simons on the floor for the Celtics, and they have a kickball. Sixers up by 3, 6.5 left in the first quarter. Offense is off to a good start. Defense, not so much. Sixers have 3 fouls to the Celtics 1. Simons gets past VJ Edgecombe, but he's blocked from behind, and they will call a foul on Edgecombe, I believe. He might have gotten a little too much of Simons' hand on the follow-through. He did definitely get the ball first, but then as he was coming down, he also got his forearm after he got the ball. Queta over Drummond, won't go. Oubre with the rebound. Sixers looking to extend their lead. It's the same starting 5 that they started with. They did not make any changes during that timeout. Watford, guarded by Jaylen Brown. Back to Maxey. Maxey, work in the middle of the court. Fakes, steps through, left hand, no good. But we've got a foul as he was knocked to the floor. It looked like Jaylen Brown fouled him when he initially moved past him. I don't think they called that. And then they got Derek White fouling him as he put the shot up. So Tyrese Maxey will go to the line for the first time tonight. He currently has 4 points and 3 assists. I'm sorry, he has 4 now that he knocked down that free throw. Looking to make it 5. And he will. Sixers are up 16-11 after those 2 Tyrese Maxey free throws. And I will add that to the scoreboard. There we go. We got it. 16-11. All right. Celtics back on offense. Simons with 8 to shoot. Kicks to the corner. Derek White catch and shoot 3 is no good. Tipped around, and that is out on the Celtics. Drummond and Queta fighting for that rebound. Neither of them came up with it, but it will be Sixers ball. Luka Garza checks into the game now for the Celtics. So the Celtics have Simons, White, Garza, Sam Hauser, and Jaylen Brown on the floor. Watford guarded tight by Hauser. Drummond has the ball with 8 seconds to shoot. Hands it off to Edgecombe. The offense very stagnant on this possession. Edgecombe double-teamed, sidesteps, and turns awkwardly over Jaylen Brown. That was an awful possession. And now the Celtics are going to take it down the other way. Jaylen Brown double-teamed, and that's blocked by Watford. He and Maxey both arguing with the ref that was definitely not a foul. Maxey still going at it. Yeah, there's not a lot of contact there. Maxey looks like he gets his hand on the ball. Jaylen Brown is yelling before he even makes contact with Maxey, and then continues yelling and falling as that shot will go. That's a 3-pointer. Maxey not happy, and I see it. I don't think that he fouled there, so that's unfortunate. But the Sixers are still up 16-14. Oubre working over Jaylen Brown. Just backed him down and scores. A nice little left-handed floater. Kelly Oubre is so good at that. Derek White in the corner again. Won't go. He's been missing his threes. Andre Drummond and Luka Garza fighting for the rebound. Drummond knocks it loose. The Sixers have it. Oubre in the corner, and they will say he stepped out of bounds, I believe. Sixers were looking for a nice transition bucket there. It went to Oubre in the corner, but they unfortunately cannot capitalize. Sixers will make some substitutions now. Quentin Grimes and Adem Bona check in for VJ Edgecombe and Andre Drummond. Oubre, Maxey, and Watford stay on the floor for the Sixers. Sam Hauser, top of the key, goes to Jaylen Brown, still guarded by Oubre. Drives. Oubre, good defense. Bona comes over and blocks it. Adem Bona has been so good at protecting the rim, and he does it again, blocking Jaylen Brown. Quentin Grimes in the corner. Couldn't quite handle that pass. He would have had a shot if he had control of the ball. Maxey tries to pass to Bona. It's knocked away. Sixers maintain control, though. Simons guarding Maxey. Back to Watford for three. No good. That looked like Maxey was going to get stuck in the corner. They tried to double team him. He was able to get it out to Watford, thankfully, but Watford missed the three. Hauser is long on the three. Maxey in transition. Drives. Left-handed finish. Just rims out, and Bona can't grab the rebound. Now we're coming back down the court. A lot of pace right now. Cross court, White to Simons, and he nails the three. Good vision by Derek White. In transition, he finds Anthony Simons as he knocks down that three for his first points of the game. It is 18-17 Sixers. Watford backing down. Hauser. Garza comes over to help. Don't know if he got a hand on that or not, but Watford misses. Celtics pushing the pace once again. They got the mismatch. Garza over Oubre. Bona could not get back in time. Oubre was stuck underneath the hoop all by himself, and that's how that's going to go most of the time. Don't want that matchup. Celtics retake the lead. Grimes driving left side on Simons. Kicks it back out to Maxey. They'll reset. Maxey calls for a screen from Bona. Step back three is good. Tyrese Maxey from deep. Nice little design there. He brought the big up. Luka Garza switched over to him. Maxey stepped back on him and drilled the three. Derek White is off tonight from three. He misses once again. Sixers up by 2. Derek White, only 2 points. I believe he's 0 for 4 from 3. Yes, he's 0 for 4 from 3. So not a normal performance that you would expect from Derek White. But we'll take it. I wouldn't even say the Sixers are doing like a great job of shutting down Derek White. He's just missing shots. But we'll take it. If it's an off night for Derek White, I will not complain. Sixers up by 2 as we head to another commercial break. 2:20 left in the first quarter. Let's see if we got anything else in the chat. No, we do not. All right, well, whoever's here, whenever you're here, feel free to pop up in the chat. We do have votes on the poll. 100% of people say the Sixers will win. I'm guessing that means we had one person vote for the Sixers, maybe 2. But that's all right. So far, for the Celtics, Derek White and Jaylen Brown have played all 10 minutes. Same for Tyrese Maxey, Trendon Watford, and Kelly Oubre Jr. For the Sixers. Adem Bona had a great block on Jaylen Brown. That was fantastic. He just does what he does well. Timed it perfectly, came over, knocked it loose, and the Sixers weren't able to turn that into points. But just, you love to see it. Adem Bona has been very good this year. Been very impressed with him. A lot of the Sixers role players been very impressed with, but Adem Bona, I love seeing him do well because he seems like a happy guy. This team seems happier than previous years, and I think a lot of that can be attributed to Tyrese Maxey becoming more of a leader, and he's a very upbeat guy, and a lot of that carrying over to these other guys. But also those guys in their own right, their personalities, they all seem very upbeat and energetic, and that's very fun to see. So, yeah, we'll keep an eye on Derek White and how he's doing the rest of this game. We'll see. I'm sure he'll figure it out. Not too worried about it. But I would not mind if Derek White does not catch fire. So, all right. What do you guys want me to talk about at halftime? I don't really have a plan for halftime, so it's open-ended. It can be what we can make it what we want. And we are back. Sixers up by 2. On the floor, Jared McCain, VJ Edgecombe, Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre, and Adem Bona. VJ right-hand floater goes to Bona, and Bona finishes it with a slam. He jumped up, caught it, came back down, and dunked it. I thought that was a little hook shot from Edgecombe, but no, it was a pass. Never doubted him, ever. Celtics have it now. Nice move, and missing the layup, but Garza with the putback still won't go. Celtics cannot finish at the rim right now. Oubre running the floor, dishes it back to McCain. He finds Edgecombe, who flies in and can't put it in. I like the aggressiveness from Edgecombe there. That was Jordan Walsh missing the layup for the Celtics at the other end. That three for Simons won't go. McCain handling it. I liked the aggression from Edgecombe. Just missed it there. As McCain pull-up jumper mid-range won't go. He is still looking for his first points of the season. Definitely rusty starting off the year. Misses that open mid-range jumper. Garza inside, blocked by Adem Bona. Oh my goodness. Perfect timing once again from Bona, and Grimes turns it over. Pass was knocked away by Walsh. So much for that excitement. Peyton Pritchard, deep three, is short. But Garza has the rebound. Back out to Pritchard again. He thought about it and then thought better of it. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Pritchard going to direct traffic. 5 seconds on the shot clock. He finds Garza inside. Oubre switched over to him, and he wants a travel call, but they're going to call a foul. They ran a screen there and were unable to switch back over to Garza as we see a replay of the Bona block. Just beautiful. And then Quentin Grimes turning it over. That was an issue against the Bulls in that loss for the Sixers. Grimes, just a lot of his passes, just the vision wasn't there. A lot of his passes getting deflected as Garza misses the first free throw. So definitely something to clean up for Grimes. Justin Edwards checks in now for Kelly Oubre. The Celtics are in the bonus. Fouls have been a problem for the Sixers early on in this game. Andre Drummond throwing up peace signs at the camera while sitting on the bench. As Garza makes that free throw. So it is 23-20. Edgecombe for 3. No good, but we have a foul on the Sixers once again. Nick Nurse is not happy about it. Joe Mazzulla definitely is happy about it. 26 seconds left in the first quarter. They will sub Keita in for Boston. There's 23-20. Garza hit that second free throw. There we go. Nick Nurse still complaining with the refs. He did not like the offensive foul there. 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. So the Celtics will try to run this one down likely. They run a motion for Simons. He's got it, top of the key. Under 10 seconds. Simons' step back fadeaway is no good. Airballed. And it looks like we have a foul call. Looked like Edwards got a hand on that shot, but I guess he got a hand on Simons, not the ball. So 7.5 seconds left in the first quarter. Simons coming off of a 25-point performance against Orlando. Knocks down his first free throw. He's looked pretty good since coming over to Boston. No surprise. Boston tends to do that with guys, but he has looked very good. He's drawn Damian Lillard comparisons just for his style of some of his shots, the way he gets into some of his shots. He's 2 for 2 from the line. And it is a 1-point game. The Sixers will have 7 seconds. Maxey to Grimes inside, and he is stuffed by Keita. They kind of rushed that. It looked like Maxey didn't quite have a handle, and then he fired it over to Grimes, who tried to, I don't know. There was a lot of rushing going on. They're going to have an inbound with 2.4 seconds. Let's see if they can set up a nice shot here to end the first quarter strong. Maxey to inbound. Goes to Edgecombe, back to Maxey, gets it off in time, but that was either probably blocked. as it falls way short. And not a great play. That would have been a tough shot if Maxey was able to hit it. So Sixers do not finish the quarter strong, but they finish the quarter in the lead, up 23-22. Offense started out strong. They did slow down later on in the quarter. Fouls, definitely a concern. Too many fouls in that first quarter, but can't complain with a lead. Celtics definitely missed some opportunities. Nick Nurse not happy with the officiating. We'll see how that progresses if that continues to be an issue. But overall, pretty solid first quarter, I would say. You assume that this game was going to be close. These two teams feel pretty evenly matched. First game they played was decided by 1 point. Second game they played was decided by 1 point. It's a 1 point game right now. It seems like this is just going to be a close game, so can't be upset with a lead after the first quarter. Derek White still with only 2 points. That's definitely going to be something that we're keeping an eye on. He has struggled out the gate so far. VJ Edgecombe also with 0 for the Sixers. Another thing to watch. He has not been great. He hasn't put up a ton of shots, so it's not like he's missing a bunch. But yeah, he did miss that one tough layup. That would have been a great look, but not too worried. The Sixers are shooting 45% from the floor. They only have 2 free throws compared to Boston, who has 6. Meanwhile, Boston, though, is only shooting 28% from the floor. So those two bounced out a little bit. Also, Boston with 13 rebounds. Philly with, 11. I thought that it was going to be more of a gap. I didn't think that the Sixers would have 11 rebounds. So good for them. Not getting out rebounded too bad. We love to see that. So yeah, that Maxey 3 was blocked. There we go. What are you guys thinking after that first quarter? Anything that I missed that I should be paying attention to? That's something I'm trying to get better at with basketball. Is I can focus on the play by play. Like I can get the standard action, but working on seeing the bigger picture of the game, which I think is something just as you watch more and understand more that you get a better feel for. That's something I'm trying to do with basketball, is understanding more of the bigger picture of the game flow of what teams are trying to do as a whole, as their whole strategy, not just one particular play. So great stat here from NBC. Second player in NBA history to begin a season with 10 games with 25 plus points, 5 plus assists is Tyrese Maxey. The only other to do that is another Sixer, Allen Iverson. So 2 Sixers are the only ones who have started a season in their first 10 games like that. We're back, and a Simons 3 greets the Sixers. The ball is loose. VJ Edgecombe comes away with it. Edwards. Back to Edgecombe. Jared McCain drives, kicks to Edgecombe for 3. That is very short. Simons the rebound, fires it up ahead to Walsh, who got behind the defense, and Grimes knocks it away. Well timed by Quentin Grimes, as he got that ball as Walsh was bringing it up before he could even get the shot off. Walsh did get behind the defense, but Grimes came from behind and recovered very well to knock that ball loose before Walsh could even get it up. So they saved some points there, potentially. We'll see if they can still hold on defense. Simons running a pick and roll with Keita, finds Walsh in the corner. His shot is long, but Keita gets the rebound. Back outside. I believe that's Gonzalez. Almost has it ripped away by McCain. 6 seconds to shoot. Pritchard, guarded by Grimes. One-on-one. Turnaround. Gets him to bite. Steps through. Blocked by Adem Bona. Oh my goodness. Adem Bona has 3 blocks already. He is a menace. Adem Bona is locked in. He blocks Peyton Pritchard. Not even really close, honestly. Pritchard, as he chucks up a three with .4 left, won't go. Sixers need to rebound. Jared McCain comes away with it. Adem Bona. This is amazing. 3 blocks already. Jared McCain puts it up. Won't go. Still looking for his first points of the game. 10:45 left in the second quarter. Neither team's offense looking very impressive right now. Simons gets past Bona for the nice lay. There's the first points of the second quarter, as the Celtics back out in front. Edgecombe running the offense right now with Maxey on the bench. He's got Grimes and McCain by his side. And it is almost knocked away by Walsh. Bona has it now. He drives, and he went for a vicious slam, but Keita blocked it. They will call a foul. Oh, my goodness. Adem Bona is, I don't know what's gotten into him tonight, but he's going crazy. He got that loose ball and just said, all right, watch this. I'm going to take it myself. And went for a ferocious dunk. Up with 2 hands trying to slam it. Good contest by Keita. Honestly, you could say that's not a foul, but we'll take it. Bona to the free throw line. First one is no good. Man, I was saying after the first block how impressed I've been with Adem Bona this year. Oh my goodness, this game. His defense has been incredible. That block on Pritchard the ball was barely even out of Pritchard's hand. All right, as I'm complimenting him, he misses both of his free throws. We're gonna have to knock those down, Adem. But let's keep up the block party. Simons works around a screen, kicks it to the corner. Gonzalez got it. Good setup there by the Celtics. They've been getting it to their guys in the corner like normal. They were just missing. So they will eventually start knocking those down. Grimes deep 3. Quick trigger. Quentin Grimes. Sixers back down by 1. Grimes' first points of the game. Pritchard gets inside, now brings it back out. They swing it around to Simons in the corner. His 3 is no good. Good box out by Justin Edwards allows Grimes to get the rebound. Grimes working on Pritchard one-on-one. Justin Edwards deep 3. That's good. Justin Edwards showing off the range. Good to see him knocking down a shot. The bench loves it. The Sixers are back up 29-27. Justin Edwards is on the board with his first 3 points of the night. Pritchard almost loses the handle. Simons is double-teamed behind the back to Pritchard. He takes and makes the long 3, but the clock has stopped. We've got a foul on Adem Bona. Still too many fouls for the Sixers so far. That could definitely come back to bite them later in this game as guys are dealing with foul trouble. Potentially dealing with foul trouble. Simons to inbound. Pritchard guarded by Grimes. Works around a screen. Andre Drummond back into the game for the Sixers. Simons open 3. Doesn't even hit the rim, but the Sixers can't rebound it, and Gonzalez puts it back up and in. I don't know how the Sixers didn't grab that board. We're tied at 29. McCain almost has it knocked away by Walsh. Now recovers it. Both teams are scrambling. Edwards gets in the lane. Back outside. Edgecombe for 3. Rattles around and in. VJ Edgecombe. There it is. You love to see it from the rookie. Good shot there from VJ. It did not swish. It didn't look pretty, but hey, it went in, and that's all that matters. Sixers up by 3. They've got Drummond, Edwards, Edgecombe, McCain, and Grimes on the floor. Pritchard somehow lost the handle, fell to the ground, but still kicked it out to Simons, who takes the long 2, won't go, while he was fading away off of one leg. Grimes stutter steps at the top of the key, gets inside, and the layup won't go. He had a look. Definitely could have finished that, but did not. Sixers still up by 3. The defensive intensity seems to have increased. They're pressing the Celtics a little bit more now. They get it inside to Gonzalez. And we have a kickball. Garza trying to find Gonzalez. It went off of Edgecombe's foot. Good ball movement by the Celtics on that possession. They tried to double team Simons. He got it inside to Garza, who then almost got the assist, but did not. Celtics will maintain possession. Pritchard guarded by Edgecombe. Sam Hauser in the game. Thought about the three. He'll take the long two instead. No good. Andre Drummond, tough rebound. Nice job there, Andre. Quentin Grimes thought about another three at the top of the key. Now he works around a Drummond screen. Kicks it to... Oh, okay. Justin Edwards has it now. And he scores and one. Justin Edwards. That was not pretty, but they made it work. Okay. Quentin Grimes, I believe that pass to Edwards was tipped, and then it looks like his handle, he almost got the ball knocked loose as he was driving in, but despite the Celtics getting their hands on the ball, the Sixers still managed to score, fighting through adversity and deflections. Justin Edwards completes the three-point play. He's played very well in this second quarter so far. Jabari Walker into the game for the Sixers. He is guarding Jaylen Brown. Jabari Walker on Jaylen Brown. We'll definitely be looking out for that. 8 seconds on the shot clock. One-on-one. Brown tries to drive. Can't do it. Kicks out to White. White tries to drive on Walker now. Neither of them can drive, and he puts up a shot that falls short. So great defense by Jabari Walker first on Jaylen Brown, then on Derek White. Celtics come away with nothing. Quentin Grimes kicks. Justin Edwards catch and shoot three. He got it. Justin Edwards is feeling it tonight, and the bench loves it. They come out high-fiving him. 6:26 left in the second quarter. The Sixers up by 9. Justin Edwards putting on a show. Justin Edwards has 9 points in just 6 minutes. He also has 2 assists. He's 3 for 3 from the field, 2 of those being three-pointers. Great to see from him because with the success of the Sixers' other forwards, Jabari Walker, Trendon Watford, Dominic Barlow, before he had the weirdest injury we've ever seen, it seemed like Justin Edwards very quickly was getting pushed down on the depth chart. So he's getting an opportunity, and he's taking advantage of it, which you love to see. The Sixers have a lot of young forwards that are all going to be fighting for that playing time, especially when Embiid is out. And so a night like tonight, Justin Edwards taking advantage of the opportunity. Fantastic. We've got 1 like on the stream so far. Let's see if we can get 10 tonight. 10 would be good. I should look at how many we had last time. But I think 10 feels like a good goal for likes. Gotta keep drinking the water. Gotta protect the voice, you know? It's a lot of talking. Doing play-by-play of a game for a full hour. That was a great run that the Sixers just went on. The offense was really clicking. The defense stepped up. I think that the defense was just as key to that as the offense. And I just realized I was giving the Celtics those points. What am I doing? Sixers are the ones with 38. Sorry about that. See, nobody commented to let me know. But I realized it. I fixed it. We're all good now. Sixers are up 38-29. Not down 38-29. There we go. That is much better. Hey, we're up to 3 likes already. Let's go. There we go. We are on the road to 10. 30% of the way there. Good math, Owen. There we go. Sweet. So that was great from the Sixers. Really impressed with Jabari Walker's defense. We'll see how many minutes he gets tonight, but on the defensive end. He was doing a great job. Adem Bona, obviously, 3 blocks and timely blocks. We'll see how many he's able to get tonight. He does have to make those free throws, but strong second quarter so far from the Sixers. If they can keep this up, they go into halftime with a lead, then it's just the same story as every other Sixers game of what will the third quarter look like, and can they finally figure out how to play well in the third quarter. I gotta text Parker or something to comment in here, because if this stream ends with the only comment being Boston Celtics, baby, I don't know how I feel about that. I don't feel great about it. So, yeah. We are back. I also just realized the scoreboard still says first quarter. My bad. I will fix that. It's the second quarter. It's been the second quarter. This would be a high-scoring first quarter if it was 38-29. There we go. That's much better. Celtics have the ball. White tries to force it inside. Won't go. Garza flips it up. Shot clock expires. So again, like I was saying, the defense from the Sixers continues to step it up. Reggie Miller is wearing a backwards Miller 76 black Sixers jersey. It's a choice. I wouldn't say Reggie Miller is the first person that I need to see wearing a Sixers jersey. I don't blame him for wearing it, though. It's a sick jersey. I don't understand the backwards jersey aesthetic. I don't think I ever will. Just, not my thing. But, go for it if you like it. Edgecombe tries to drive on Hauser, puts it up, fading away. No good. That one is short. A lot of shots falling short tonight. I don't know what's up with that. Just an observation. White inside. Layup won't go. Garza in there to clean it up. Sixers. Grimes gets inside. Blows past Derek White. And one for Quentin Grimes. He saw daylight, and he took it. Got inside, past Derek White. Nice left-handed finish, and gets the foul. He'll go to the line. Quentin Grimes, 17 bench points per game this year, which is third in the NBA. He's on a 1-year deal with the Sixers, knocks down the free throw. Looking like a steal of a trade. It looked like that last year, obviously, but being traded for Caleb Martin with the Mavericks. Sixers definitely won that one. As Luka Garza with a nice finish there. He's on a bit of a hot streak right now. Nico Harrison fired by the Mavericks today. One of his many bad moves, trading Quentin Grimes to the Sixers for Caleb Martin. Justin Edwards to Walker into Drummond. Sixers want the foul, and they get it. Andre Drummond put it in. The refs took a second, but they do call the foul on the Celtics. Nico Harrison, yeah. He built a championship team, which we forget about. Nico Harrison did build a strong roster that went to the NBA Finals. The problem is then he dismantled it. So you can't do that. You got to be able to keep that roster together. Drummond misses his free throw short, but the Sixers get the rebound. Grimes fakes the three. Now steps back. Maxey back to Grimes. Walker wide open. The Celtics do not care about guarding him, and he misses. So I guess they were right to do that. Celtics pushing the pace. In the corner. Who was that? That was Walsh in the corner. But they get the rebound. Walsh kicks to Garza in the corner. No good. Celtics are missing their threes tonight. Drummond almost has it knocked away by Walsh. And then throws the ball at him. Walsh not happy with the refs. Now Maxey Maxey not happy with Drummond. He's like, come on, man. You can't throw the ball at him. Which is true. Drummond had the ball. Walsh tried to get it. Drummond was annoyed. Refs called the foul on Walsh. Great leadership by Maxey, because Drummond got a tech for that. And Jaylen Brown will shoot. Makes the first free throw. You can't You're a veteran. You can't be losing your cool throwing the ball at him like that. So good job by Maxey to call out Drummond on that. I thought Maxey was mad at the refs, but he was correcting Drummond, as he should. So we now have a palindrome score, 34-43. You love to see it. .408 left in the second quarter. Okay, and now Drummond will shoot his free throws from when he was fouled by Walsh. Knocks down the first. Sixers up by 10. Be great if they could take a double-digit lead into the second half. Drummond 2 for 2 from the line. Way to go, Andre. Make those free throws. 45-34, Sixers, just over 4 minutes left before halftime. Andre Drummond with 6 points and 6 boards. At this rate, he will get a double-double if he continues. Derek White inside, off to Keita, won't go, and Walsh almost had a huge putback. Did not score, but was fouled by Walker. Celtics definitely dominating the paint more than the Sixers. They're getting those rebounds. They have 24 to the Sixers 20. Really just the Celtics are missing their threes. That's the main thing. They're shooting 26.7% from the field and 22% from three. They're just 4 of 18. Meanwhile, the Sixers are 7 of 15 from three, 46%. That's been the biggest difference here to me. 3:52 left in the second quarter. Walker and Edwards will come out for the Sixers. Both of them pretty strong performances. They'll get back in. The good job by them in the time that they had so far. So the Sixers back to, or I'm sorry, Grimes is still in there. Not back to their starting lineup. 4/5 back to 80% back to their starting lineup, just with Grimes in instead of Edgecombe. It is 35 for the Celtics, 45 for the Sixers. Kelly Oubre for 3. That was a line drive shot that clanks off the front of the rim. 3:30 left in the second quarter. And Kelly Oubre, welcome back to the game. That's a foul on Keita. Let's see if that was that bad or not. We'll get a little replay here. That is Kelly's third foul. And wow, Justin Edwards comes right back in. Kelly just subbed in. I think that was his first defensive possession. Nick Nurse, head down, not thrilled. Because, yeah, Kelly just came back in, immediately fouls. Nice play design by the Celtics here that got Derek White free, but he kicks it back outside, and now they'll reset. Trendon Watford playing some nice defense on Jaylen Brown, but it does not matter. He hits the mid-range jumper. Just, you can't guard that sometimes. 45-37. Tyrese Maxey at the helm of the Sixers offense. He's guarded by Walsh. Finds an open Quentin Grimes, top of the key. That one's short. Again, a lot of misses short, which I feel like is weird for the first half. I don't know why that is happening. Jason Tatum yelling instructions or yelling something to Jaylen Brown, and they'll call a foul on Watford as he was guarding Brown. Mazzulla has some words for Brown. A lot of fouls still for the Sixers. Still a little worried about that, but so far, they're doing all right. They are up, but going to have to keep an eye on the fouls as we get later into this game. And we will go to commercial. Sixers up 45-37. I can't believe Kelly checked back in and immediately fouled. Nick Nurse obviously was understandably, was not happy about that. That was just really unfortunate. Oh man. Yeah, foul is definitely the biggest thing to look out for the Sixers right now. That's what I'm concerned about. Also, the turnovers. Sixers have 4. Celtics only have 1. Sixers have 11 fouls to the Celtics 8. Anything else notable here? Celtics still out rebounding the Sixers. Sixers still with more turnovers. Yeah, the 3-point shooting has been big. The Sixers 7 for 17, Celtics 4 for 18. VJ Edgecombe hasn't done a ton. Honestly, Tyrese Maxey scoring less than he normally does. He only has 8. Nobody for the Sixers in double digits. Leading scorer right now is Justin Edwards, which nobody had that happening tonight. So not the Sixers' best offensive performance, but they just have a lot of guys just doing enough. They've had enough bursts of scoring from guys where Justin Edwards went on a little mini run. Tyrese Maxey had a mini run of his own early in the game. Quentin Grimes has made some timely shots. Andre Drummond, Trendon Watford. They have 3 guys with 6 points. Oubre, Drummond, Grimes. 3 guys with 6, and then Watford with 5. So they've really spread it around, which is what you want. So can't complain that they don't have a lot of guys with a lot of points. They've just spread it around. So hopefully they can continue to do that. So far it's working, but we've got 2.5 minutes left until halftime. Again, in the comments, let me know if there's anything that you guys want to discuss just in like the sports world at halftime, because it's a pretty open slate of time for a discussion. I don't really have that much planned for it. So fire away with what you guys want at halftime. 2.5 minutes left in the second quarter. We are back. Sixers have the ball. Tyrese Maxey guarded by Jordan Walsh. Taking a while to get into this play. Maxey drives, spins, throws it up. He was not fouled, so not a great possession there. Tyrese Maxey doing it by himself. And Derek White wide open in the corner. Misses the 3. Derek White can't hit a 3 to save his life right now. Sixers have numbers. 3-on-1. Watford steps around Peyton Pritchard and lays it up and in. So that could have been very bad for the Sixers. They just left Derek White completely wide open. But luckily he missed because he does not have very good feel tonight. And then the Sixers turned it into fast break points. They're back up by 10. And it looks like the call here is a carry on Derek White. Or no, a backcourt. Okay. Interesting. That was backcourt. All right. Well, the Sixers get the ball back. Maxey inside to Watford, guarded by the much smaller Peyton Pritchard. He'll back him down into the paint, kicks it back outside. Grimes and Maxey not on the same page. Grimes wanted to fire that to Maxey out on the wing, but Maxey was cutting. Pass ended up behind him. Celtics will get it back. 1.5 left. Jaylen Brown, guarded by Trendon Watford, gets inside. Floater. And I don't know where the contact was there. All the Sixers seem pretty disappointed by that. That will be a foul, and Jaylen Brown will go to the line. Pretty minimal contact, but contact. So it'll be free throws for Jaylen Brown, both teams in the bonus. First one is good. Watford has not been playing bad defense on Jaylen Brown. Jaylen Brown just having a solid game. Sorry, I shouldn't say solid. He only has 7 points and he's shooting 16% from the field. Not an efficient game by any means, but he's got a couple of nice ISO buckets. He knocks down the second free throw, 47-39. Jabari Walker back into the game for the Sixers, as well as Justin Edwards. Tyrese Maxey having a hard time getting up to the three-point line. Now he does. They double him. He finds Walker, who finds Drummond for the slam. Good ball movement by the Sixers. Drummond with a nice cut to the basket, and they are back up by 10. 1 minute left. Walker guarding Brown, who loses it, and it'll be Sixers ball. Fantastic work here by the Sixers. They sent a double on Maxey. He found Walker, who found Drummond. Walker drives, stops, flips it over to Drummond. Kind of an awkward layup. He jumped from kind of far away and then seemed to surprise himself by how close he got. He did bank it in, though. And we will take the points. Andre Drummond, now the Sixers' leading scorer in the first half, like we all expected, with 10 points. Jaylen Brown for three. Won't go. Andre Drummond with the rebound. It's the Andre Drummond show, folks. 30 seconds left. 10 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. So maybe the Sixers will run this down a little bit. Walker in the corner. Rims out. That was a good look. Not upset with that shot. 15 seconds. Sixers up 51-39. The Celtics will get the last shot of the half. Walker and Brown, one-on-one. Maxey comes over. They double Brown. It goes to Walsh. Walsh gets inside and slams it home. Just got past Andre Drummond, and that will do it for the first half. Sixers up 10, 51-41. Andre Drummond, strong finish to the first half as he leads the Sixers with 10 points. He also leads the Sixers with 7 rebounds. Look at Andre Drummond, man. A game where Joel Embiid is not available, stepping up. Great job by Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond and Adembona both stepping up in Joel Embiid's absence. The Sixers up by 10 in not the most likely of ways. They've had some surprising scoring, Justin Edwards and Andre Drummond, and the Celtics just missing threes, which is also surprising. The Celtics don't really miss threes. So, a very strange first half, an unexpected first half, I think would be the best way to put it, but an entertaining one nonetheless. So, let me know what you guys thought about the first half as we head into halftime. This stream is not doing great. 31 views, average view duration of 54 seconds. So I got to figure out how to make this more presentable because people are not staying. We'll work on it. This is only the second one. Patience. Patience. Halftime stat lines. Sixers up 51-41. They outscored the Celtics by 1 in the first quarter and then by 9 in the second quarter. They held the Celtics to just 19 points in the second quarter. The defense was very impressive. There have been 9 lead changes. The Celtics' biggest lead is 4. Sixers' biggest lead was 12. In the midst of the second quarter, in the very middle of the second quarter, Sixers went on a 22-7 run. That's a good stat. I like that one. So far from the field, team stats, Sixers shooting 47%, Celtics shooting 28%. Celtics also with 10 more shots than the Sixers from the field. 3-pointers, Sixers shooting 39%, Celtics only shooting 19%. So just based off those two stats, makes sense that the Sixers are up by 10, as they should be. Free throws, Sixers only 6 for 9, Celtics 9 for 11. Sixers with 5 turnovers to the Celtics 3. Celtics 8 offensive rebounds. Sixers definitely want to clean that one up. No steals for the Sixers. Also interesting. The Celtics have had good ball movement, and they're getting offensive rebounds. They're getting second chance attempts. It's legitimately just they're not making threes. Simple as that. 12 fouls for the Sixers, only 8 for the Celtics. That'll definitely be something to watch as we get later into this game. But a great start for the Sixers. You can't complain. Can't complain about being up 10 without Joel Embiid, without Tyrese Maxey scoring in double digits. Being up 10 on the backs of Andre Drummond and Justin Edwards. Is it sustainable? Probably not. Will we take it for one half? Sure. Sure we will. All right. Well, if there's anybody that has anything that they'd like to discuss over halftime, fire away in the chat. I really need to start planning out more stuff for halftime because I'm kind of just here by myself. Eagles game was crazy last night. I did not stay up for it, but I watched the highlights, and then I woke up to some text. My favorite text that I woke up to was, "What are the Eagles doing?" Which I think was from the time when they went for it on 4th down, when they could have just punted it and kept the clock running. And at the very end of the game, I don't know what Nick Sirianni was thinking. But the Eagles are, and I love this, the Eagles are just a win's a win team. That's Sirianni preaches that. And boy, do they lean into that, because they've had some ugly wins this year. But hey, a win's a win. They have, I believe, the toughest schedule, at least coming into the year. I think they had the top 3, maybe the toughest schedule. I know they didn't have back-to-back home games, which was like the first time that a Super Bowl champ, reigning Super Bowl champ, has ever had that coming into the next season. So they were definitely behind the 8 ball schedule-wise. And 7-2, top the NFC, doesn't even matter. And they've played a couple of other games that they, like the Broncos, they should have won that game. I guess it can go the other way, that they could have lost this game, or they could have lost a couple other games. That's just how the NFL season's going to go. But to be 7-2, top of the NFC with the difficulty of schedule that the Eagles have had is very impressive. And I don't think anybody in the NFC really scares me. Not that bad. Maybe the Lions. Seahawks don't. The Rams actually. The Rams probably scare me the most, and then the Lions. But like, that's it. If you have to play one of those teams in the playoffs, great. Maybe you have to play both of them on a run to the Super Bowl. But it feels like the lane is there for the Eagles once again. If they just don't beat themselves, they can absolutely come out of the NFC once again this year. And I don't know what my expectations are for the Sixers at this point. I'm trying to keep an open mind, because the season is still young. So I'm not trying to get my hopes up too much. And I also know, like, this is a young team. VJ Edgecombe's a rookie. Jared McCain is basically a rookie because he didn't even get a full rookie season. You have these young guys like Bona, Justin Edwards, Dominic Barlow, Trendon Watford. Like, you have these interesting role players that you don't have a huge sample size of, that we're just kind of figuring out what them on this team looks like. So it's been really exciting so far I've loved watching this team play. I know that. Regardless of whatever my expectations are, I know that I've very much enjoyed watching the Sixers team so far. It's just a matter of I don't know if I should be thinking 6 seed, play in. I don't think I'm going above 5 seed. That feels like pushing it. That seems aggressive, greedy. Um, but yeah, it's fun to think about the possibilities for this team. I don't think that they're going to win a championship because there's some really good teams, and the Sixers aren't quite that caliber. But just seeing this young core is exciting, considering how dismal the Sixers' future seemed to be just a year ago, where we didn't know if Embiid was going to be able to play ever again. Paul George was just washed. That signing looked terrible. We might have lost our pick to the Thunder in the draft, in the 2025 draft. It looked real bleak. And not losing that pick to the Thunder, getting VJ Edgecombe, Jared McCain, Adem Bona in their second years, Tyrese Maxey playing the way that he has, Embiid just being present and not being like fully cooked is good. There's a lot of things that have gone positively, have gone the Sixers' way that could have gone a lot worse. So I feel a lot better about where the Sixers are at now compared to like a year ago or 8 months ago when they were just losing and losing and losing. And it was like the Sixers might have one of the worst futures in the NBA. And now they don't have the best future for sure. They still have some things to figure out because Embiid's old, Paul George is old, but I think that they're trending in the right direction. If you told me this is where we would be at this time last year, I would totally take that. Things could have gone a lot worse for the Sixers in the last 12 months than they have. So we got to be thankful for that there's at least some semblance of a young core, and we won't be totally helpless whenever Embiid moves on, and hopefully sooner rather than later you can move on from Paul George after this 4-year contract is up. Or maybe even the third year. I don't know. Nobody's going to want him. But anyway, that's all speculation. Point being, we should appreciate where the Sixers are at because this young core is better than what we probably could have hoped for based on where they were a year ago. So just trying to enjoy that and not let my expectations get unrealistically crazy high this season. Just, keep that perspective of, hey, it's okay that we're not a championship team. It does suck that we are actively wasting Joel Embiid. But I don't know. Maybe he's still, he can barely jump, and somehow he's still dominating in his limited minutes. Like, he's still scoring a point per minute, basically, which is just so absurd to me. It's crazy. Like, you watch him play, and it doesn't look great. Like, it looks like a struggle, but he's still scoring. Like, he just finds ways to score. So he's not completely washed. It is unfortunate that we couldn't have this current group of young guys around Embiid like 3 years ago. That would have been amazing, but it is what it is. We're gonna make the best of it. So yeah, that part's disappointing that Embiid is kind of getting wasted. He's past his prime. That he can't have this core around him in his prime, but that's sports. Sometimes you miss the timing of it, and you just gotta adapt and evolve. So the Sixers are going to try to do that, and I'm very excited for the future of this young core. I'm also excited for the second half of this game because they're playing very well. And the third quarter is going to be super interesting because this has been the Sixers' Achilles heel. The third quarter, they struggle coming out of halftime. So we will keep an eye on that. See how the Sixers do in the third quarter. I'm going to step away for a second. I'll be right back. Not a sponsor, but Unreal candy, fantastic. Big fan of Unreal. If they want to sponsor, go for it. I would love that. Great candy. Just like slightly healthier, better ingredients of candy. So a little halftime snack to keep my energy going because it's 9:30 already. I hope this game is over before 11. I love watching the Sixers, but I am not a night owl. I am very much a morning person, so staying up for sports games is sometimes a struggle for me. But you push through to support your team. So a little sugar to give me a boost. ASMR. That's either ASMR or it's just really annoying sounding. It's a fine line. I don't know. All right, we are coming back from halftime, so I gotta kind of eat this fast now. We're gonna have the game back on. Let's get this scoreboard set to third quarter. Since I was late on the last one, I'm on it this time. I unfortunately don't have a halftime option. I do have a halftime option. All right, well, next stream, I'm putting up the halftime option. It was buried beneath 10th overtime. I have options for all the way up to 10 overtimes. There's a halftime. All right, good to know. I just had to scroll farther. Life lesson. Sometimes you just got to look more. I've been told that half my life by my mom. And there's the stat. The Sixers have a negative 8.8 point differential in the third quarter, which is the worst in the NBA. So we will see if they can do any better this third quarter. Celtics will start off with the ball. I started this halftime snack too late. Now I'm in trouble. Celtics with the ball. The Sixers just leave Keita open for three, and he airballs it. But Jordan Walsh comes in, grabs the rebound, and Peyton Pritchard puts it up and in. Just poor rebounding by the Sixers gives the Celtics some free points. Edgecombe drives on White. Watford back out to Edgecombe. Wide open three. That is long. Oubre with the rebound, though, puts it up, and he's fouled. Shot won't go, but Oubre will go to the free throw line. Yeah, replay of that Keita 3 just airballed, but Jordan Walsh was there. Flipped it to Peyton Pritchard, who finished it. Edgecombe and Maxey joking with each other. Oubre just gets that free throw to drop. I think Maxey was giving Edgecombe a hard time about that. That airballed 3. Oubre, 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Sixers back up by 10. Edgecombe, Oubre, Maxey, Drummond, and Watford on the floor for the Sixers. Pritchard, guarded by Maxey, steps back. 3, no good. Andre Drummond, another rebound. He is well on his way to a double-double. Gets it over to Maxey. Drummond drives, kicks to Oubre in the corner. Now it's Watford and Maxey. A little two-man game. Maxey back to Watford. Gets inside. Watford blocked by Walsh. Watford just took a little too long to commit to shooting that floater. Nice pass by Maxey, but then Watford could not score as he was blocked from behind. Maxey guarding Jaylen Brown. Their arms are tangled. And I believe we have a foul. Nice play there by Jordan Walsh. Watford, instead of getting that pass from Maxey and shooting it right away, got a little closer, took a dribble, but that gave Walsh time to catch up and block his shot. Sixers 6-4, Celtics 5-6. Both teams potentially playoff teams in the East. Jaylen Brown pulls up from the free throw line, and that one rattles in. Trendon Watford taking it the length of the floor and is stuffed by Keita at the rim. There's been some good rim protection by both teams in this game. Peyton Pritchard inside to Keita, who finds Walsh, who almost had it blocked by Andre Drummond. Drummond got a hand on that, but that was a strong finish. And the Celtics creeping closer. Sixers need to have a strong third quarter. Andre Drummond from the corner. It rims out. He throws his hands up. He had an open look. He took it, which I was surprised by, and it did not go. And there's Derek White to Keita, and the Celtics score. It is 53-49. The Sixers' third quarter struggles seemingly continue. We're early in the third quarter, but so far not looking great. They have been outscored 8-2 to start this third frame. Wow, okay, that was unlucky. They just showed the replay of Andre Drummond. Andre Drummond hit it pretty good on Walsh's dunk attempt, and it knocked out of his hands, but the spin of it hit the rim and spun in. So that was, I don't know what you can do about that. Good block by Drummond. Just unfortunate spin. Man, I don't know. I don't know what it is about the third quarter. Like, I don't think Nick Nurse is that bad of a coach, right? That he can't make any halftime adjustments. I don't get it. I don't know why the Sixers struggle so much out of halftime into the third quarter. And then even like they go right back in the fourth quarter, they're great again. Like they're top 3 offense. So I don't know what changes. If it was like if in the second half they were falling off, then it's like, well, maybe they have like stamina issues, or like, yeah, maybe teams make adjustments at halftime and then they have issues from there on out. But the fact that it's just the third quarter and then they go back to being good in the fourth quarter, I don't understand it. I don't know. Somebody has an answer. Would love to hear it, but it's befuddling. Sixers are still in the lead, but Celtics already put quite a dent into it. Andre Drummond, definitely been the star of this game for the Sixers. He has 10 points and 8 rebounds. Filling in for Joel Embiid pretty well. Obviously, Joel Embiid would have more points than 10, but hey, I don't think we can ask anything more of Andre Drummond. The only thing we could ask more of is that he hit that 3 that he missed, but yeah, that was an open look. Just rimmed out. I'm okay with that shot by him. He just missed it. So let's see if this timeout can help the Sixers at all, or if their woes will continue in the third quarter. I don't know what adjustments Nick Nurse will put in place coming out of this timeout, but I don't know. Hopefully something. And we are back. Let's see what they've got. Maxey and Edgecombe combined 3 of 14 tonight. That is not a recipe for success for the Sixers. Watford, awkward one-handed shot. No good. Not the way you want to come out of the timeout. And the Celtics are back on the attack. Pritchard to Jaylen Brown, guarded by Watford. Brown turns around at the free throw line and drains the fadeaway. It is now a 2-point game. Celtics on an 8-0 run in the last minute and a half. Sixers offense has done nothing good in this third quarter. Oubre, guarded by Jaylen Brown, loses the ball. Walsh has it. Just lost the handle. Nothing else. Walsh does not push it in transition. They will reset. 15 seconds on the shot clock. They're doubling Jaylen Brown. Edgecombe and Maxey are stopping any attempted passes, and they don't need it because Derek White drills a 3, and just like that, the Celtics are back on top. It can happen in the blink of an eye. 54-53. 11-0 run now. Maxey for 3. That one's long, but Drummond with the putback. Andre Drummond. Good hustle by him. He set the screen to spring Maxey for that 3, and then hustled in to get the rebound as well. Andre Drummond having himself a game. Sixers back on top. They've got Brown doubled. Maxey steps in for the steal and can't finish. He wants the foul call. He's fired up, and he gets it. Definitely late there as Brown definitely fouled him. So glad he got the call. He was mad. He got up so fast. But a good steal there by Maxey, cutting in front of a Jaylen Brown pass, and then takes it down the floor, and yep, that's a foul. Brown literally hit him in the head. So that's Jaylen Brown's second foul, and Tyrese Maxey will shoot 2. He makes the first. Tyrese Maxey second in the NBA in points per game with 33.2. However, he only has 10 tonight. So he makes that second free throw. The Sixers are up by 3. So good bounce back after losing the lead. They didn't completely collapse, but they still got 7.5 minutes left to play in this third quarter. Need to finish it strong. First half of the third quarter was bad. Let's make the second half better. Jaylen Brown fakes the 3, kicks it to Walsh in the corner, and he knocks it down. Celtics starting to make their threes. They did not do that in the first half, but if they make it in the second half, Sixers could be in trouble. Maxey drives, splits the defense, floats one up, and gets fouled. Shot won't go, but he will shoot free throws. Peyton Pritchard not happy with the call. Nice move by Maxey to step through 2 defenders, and then yep, Pritchard reached in there. He hit his arms. Maxey definitely did an Embiid-style rip-through of after his arms were hit, making sure the refs knew it, but there was contact there. Makes the first free throw. Celtics with 3 fouls now to Philly's 1. Maxey makes them both, puts the Sixers up by 2, just over 7 minutes left in the third quarter. Derek White and Peyton Pritchard working a 2-man game. White, little floater, gets to go. Derek White taking over that possession by himself. Maxey looks to speed up the pace and now slows it back down. They get it to Walker in the corner. Sets a screen for Maxey. Long floater won't go. Rebound is fought for. Kicked around. Celtics have it, and they have numbers. It's a 4-on-2 for Boston. Jaylen Brown doesn't get it, and now the Sixers have it. Oh my goodness, Jaylen Brown missed a floater. Maxey inside, high off the glass, and scores. The Celtics had a 4-on-2. Jaylen Brown couldn't convert it. Just a little too strong. Went off the back iron. Andre Drummond snagged the rebound, and Maxey took it the other way. Maxey with 6 points in this quarter. Hopefully he's heating up a little bit. Sixers definitely need that. Andre Drummond continuing his strong play as Walker draws a charge. Yes, he does draw a charge. Great job by Jabari Walker. 6:03 left in the third quarter. Sixers will get the ball. Beautiful replay of the Tyrese Maxey high lay off the glass. Shout out Jabari Walker for drawing that charge. We love charges here. Love a good drawn charge. The Parker Wolf trademark. 6 minutes left in the third quarter. Celtics shooting 72% from the field in this quarter. Don't love that stat. Maxey gets inside. Floater, no good. Walker was fighting with Brown for the ball after the rebound, and he'll get called. A little aggressive there for Jabari Walker. Probably didn't need to do that, but, you know, Nick Nurse clapping, so that's something. Anthony Simons in the game for the Celtics. Fires a pass to Luka Garza that deflects off of his hand and out of bounds. Sixers get it back. 61-59. With that turnover, the Celtics now have more than the Sixers in this game. Maxey tried to throw a lob to Oubre, I think. The timing was not there. Maxey not happy. Oubre gets stuffed, and the Celtics get it right back. Brown drives, flips to Garza, tipped by Drummond, and saved by Grimes. I think they'll say he was out anyway. Even if Grimes had saved it, the Sixers were not able to grab it. Yeah, that was a tough one there. So the Sixers still holding on to a lead, despite not playing well in this third quarter. They were up by 10, now they're up by 2. Not exactly where you want to be, but 5 minutes left in the third quarter. Jaylen Brown drives and scores. Nice little right-handed layup. Jaylen Brown also starting to get into a rhythm in this quarter. Oubre, guarded by Hauser, gets it to Maxey, who spins. Now he's guarded by Hauser. Oubre, deep three. Long. Surprised that he missed that deep of a shot from long, but a miss is a miss. Walker guarding Jaylen Brown. No push-off call, and he knocks down the mid-range. Maxey not happy with the refs, as he has not been happy with them all night, really. Jaylen Brown knocking down a mid-range jumper. He has 15 on the night. Grimes drives on Simons. Andre Drummond, redemption from the corner. No, he misses again. Same corner that he missed from the first time, this one worse. Brown to Simons, fakes the three, sidesteps, now fires, won't go. Grimes gets the long rebound. Maxey with a lot of room to operate. He'll slow it down. Grimes almost gets past White, now steps back. Mid-range is good. Quentin Grimes cooking against Derek White there. That was just smooth. We're tied at 63. Derek White guarded by Tyrese Maxey. Gets by him, but can't finish. It's loose. Maxey has the rebound. Sixers looking to push. They have numbers. Maxey fires himself and drills the three and then struts away. Sixers back on top. Kyle Lowry loves it. Tyrese Maxey seems to be feeling better in this quarter. He's up to 17 points. That three was a good sign. Sixers had numbers. He could have dished it off, but He was just in transition. He had space, stepped right into a three in rhythm, and drilled it. So the Sixers up by 3, not a good third quarter by any means. They're averaging minus 8.8 point differential in the third quarter. And in this third quarter, the Celtics have outscored them by 7. So that is about on track. But in the grand scheme of the game, I would say that they've bounced back fine. They started off real bad. So the first 2.5 minutes of the third quarter were definitely rough, but they've bounced back well. So proud of them for that. I'd say if they go into the fourth quarter with a lead, I would be happy with that. Sounds like success to me. And I don't really think there were a couple ugly turnovers early in the third quarter. They definitely started off bad on offense. The defense, giving up the points, I think it was more just the Celtics hitting threes. Those were threes that they were getting in the first half. It's just that they're making them now, which the Celtics weren't going to miss threes for a whole game, you would assume. So it's expected that they're going to hit some of those. I think the Sixers responded well. Maxey starting to heat up is big. Andre Drummond I missed it when he got the 2 rebounds ago. I was way behind. Sorry. Andre Drummond. He got his rebounds that he needed. Andre Drummond with a double-double we're only in the third quarter. 12 points, 11 rebounds. Great showing by Andre Drummond so far in this game. Very happy for him. Taking advantage of his opportunities with Embiid not available. A lot of guys taking advantage of their opportunities tonight so far. Drummond and Bona both filling in taking up those center minutes. Justin Edwards, only 12 minutes, but 9 points. Very impactful, 9 points. So love to see these guys stepping up when Embiid is not available to play. And we are back. Less than 3.5 minutes left in the third quarter. Celtics have the ball. Jaylen Brown mid-range and 1. Jaylen Brown is locked in from mid-range. He's been taking a lot of those jumpers around the free throw line. He's been doing a good job getting to the middle of the floor, and he's been knocking those shots down. So he will go to the free throw line with a chance to tie this game. And he does. We are tied at 66 after that Jaylen Brown free throw. Just over 3 minutes left. Adem Bona in the game now for the Sixers. Tyrese Maxey controlling the ball. Guarded by Sam Hauser. Crosses over. Drives. Kicks to Kelly Oubre. No good from the corner. Celtics on the run. Jaylen Brown gets inside. 2 guys go up for the block. He kicks it back out. Good defensive recovery by the Sixers here. Brown back open in the corner. As I say, good defensive recovery. It seemed like they had it set. And then Jaylen Brown open in the corner. Knocks down the 3. So made me eat my words. Celtics up by 3. Jaylen Brown up to 21. He has 14 this quarter. Torching the Sixers right now. Maxey blocked at the rim. And the ball is loose. The ref's taking a while to decide. And it'll be Celtics ball. Holy cow, that took a long time for them to decide what happened. Maxey definitely got blocked here. That's just, yeah, it's a block by Derek White. And then he saves it. And that might have been out of bounds on the Celtics, but oh well. Can't go back on that. So the Celtics will have the ball up 3. Jaylen Brown gets that spot at the free throw line again. This time he misses. He is loving that spot right at the free throw line. I don't blame him for going back to it, but thankfully he missed this time. Oubre inside. Nice twisting layup. Had just enough spin on that to get it in. Sixers down by 1, 2 minutes left in the third quarter. Anthony Simons working around a screen, tries to get past the Dembona, but can't. It's Derek White in the corner now. He tries to bump into Quentin Grimes. Oh, no, and he got the foul call. Quentin Grimes was literally standing there, like facing the rim almost. And Derek White jumped into him and then fell away, hit the shot, but that should not have been a foul. Quentin Grimes had both of his arms down. Oh, that's unfortunate. Derek White sold that nicely. It looked like a nice little bump and fadeaway, but the bump was all initiated by Derek White. It was not Quentin Grimes initiating that contact. White at the free throw line. Misses, ball don't lie. Dembona with the rebound. At least he missed the free throw. Justin Edwards in the game for the Sixers, as well as VJ Edgecombe. Edgecombe, top of the key, straightaway 3, no good. That one rimmed out. Celtics on the move. Derek White navigating through traffic, kicks to Simons in the corner. 3 is no good. Oubre with a tough rebound over Gonzalez. He finds Grimes as the Sixers' second unit is largely in right now, and Grimes goes flailing through the paint, and he appears to be in some pain, but he will get up. That'll be a foul on the Celtics. Grimes kind of flew out of control there. Lost the handle. But he was fouled. Sixers down by 3. Oubre subs out once again, still in some foul trouble. It's Edgecombe handling the ball. Gets it over to Grimes. Grimes in the quarter, 10 to shoot, drives on Simons, kicks outside. Edwards fakes. Now it's Grimes. Oh, he had Edgecombe open, but his pass is knocked away by Gonzalez. And that'll be a travel. Great job there by Grimes. Just pulled the chair out from under him. It was Grimes and Gonzalez. As Gonzalez drove, he tried to Euro-step Grimes, and Grimes just pulled back, didn't touch him, pulled the chair out. No contact at all, and it confused Gonzalez enough that he traveled, and it looks like he twisted his ankle too, and he is going to hobble into the tunnel off the floor. So hopefully he's okay, but good defense there timely defense by Grimes. And the Sixers get the ball back. Now it's Grimes from 3. That one's long. Rebound grabbed by White. Celtics still up by 3. It's Watford, Bona, Edwards, Grimes, and Edgecombe on the floor for Philly. White with a 3. Oh my goodness. That was a fading away 3. Tough to guard. Quick trigger from Derek White. 30 seconds left. Celtics up by 6. The first 2 minutes and the last 2 minutes of this quarter have been rough for the Sixers. Derek White, 10 points in the quarter. 14 in the quarter for Jaylen Brown. They've been torching the Celtics. And now we've got a travel on the Sixers. That was Justin Edwards. Oh, actually, Gonzalez got hurt on the Sixers' offensive possession. It looked like he tweaked his ankle, and then he stepped on Grimes' foot when Grimes pulled the chair, and those two next to each other. Not great. 8 seconds. Celtics trying to get some more points to end this strong third quarter for them. White for 3, and he drills it. Of course, that's how this third quarter is going to end. Derek White and Jaylen Brown torching the Sixers. Grimes, half-court heave, and he makes it. Oh, my goodness. Quentin Grimes. That was the best thing that happened for the Sixers all quarter. Somehow, some way, Quentin Grimes half-court heave, and he nails it. 77-71 going into the fourth. I mean, we'll take it. For how bad that quarter was for the Sixers, we will take any points we can get. He got that shot off with 0.5 seconds left, literally at midcourt, and swished it. No bank, nothing. Drano for Quentin Grimes. That was crazy. So the Sixers down by 6, despite a that was an ugly third quarter once again. So we were wondering what it would look like. It was ugly once again. Another rough third quarter for the Sixers. I don't know what the solution is, but it had a fun ending with Quentin Grimes nailing that shot. But yeah, they got torched by Derek White and Jaylen Brown there. They combined for, I think, 27 of the Celtics' 36 points. Sixers just gave up 36 points in a quarter in the third there, while they only scored 20. So they got outscored by 16. That's so bad. Outscored by 16 in the third quarter. This is a problem. They got to get the third quarter fixed. I don't know how you do it. I don't know what the solution is here. This is like when the Eagles when was that? It might have been last year. Yeah, last year. 2024 Eagles just would not that I'm comparing the Sixers team to the 2024 Super Bowl champion Philadelphia Eagles, but they could not score in the first quarter. I think they went 9 or 10 weeks without scoring in the first quarter. It was the weirdest thing. They barely scored in the first half, and then they would turn on in the second half. I don't know what the solution is to that. Of like, how do you score more in the first half? What do you need to do better? Or even in the first quarter, like you should. I would think that you would have your first quarter like more planned out, and so you would have a better offensive game plan. But I don't know. They just for some reason did not score in the first quarter. That is reminding me of this Sixers team, where just for some reason that third quarter, I don't know why, but they really struggle. So thankfully the third quarter is over. The Sixers are down by 6. So looks like we are in for yet another close finish between these two teams. Again, this is their third meeting this year. They are 1-1 against each other. The Celtics won the most recent matchup by 1, and the Sixers also won a matchup by 1 point. So close games only this year, and it looks like we are trending that way once again. And we are back. Ready to start the fourth quarter. Sixers down by 6. They can definitely come back from this, but here we go. Fourth quarter is underway. Watford, nice pass to Grimes, who is fouled. Good backdoor cut by Quentin Grimes. He did lose the ball as he tried to get a reverse scoop layup, but he was fouled, so all good. Honestly, it was guarded well by Simons. Just a beautiful pass. And Grimes draws the contact. He will go to the free throw line. So, better start to the fourth quarter than the third quarter, at least. That's not saying much, but Grimes drains the first free throw. Grimes tonight, 13 points, 6 rebounds, 3 assists. So he knocks down the second one as well. And we have a 4-point game. Simons, Pritchard, Hauser, Brown, and Cato on the floor for the Celtics. Brown double team, kicks out to Hauser for 3. No good. VJ Edgecombe, nice rebound. Edgecombe pushing the pace. Inside. Edgecombe all the way. Won't go. I like the aggressiveness, but you got to be able to finish that layup. He thinks he was fouled. Celtics bring it back down the floor. Pritchard and Grimes one-on-one. Grimes, good defense on Pritchard. And there's contact between Watford and Pritchard, and based on Pritchard's disappointment, I believe the call is against him. There was a collision. Thankfully, both of the guys are okay. Yeah, that is on Pritchard. He made the pass to Hauser and then just kept running into Watford. So that would be an offensive foul. And the Sixers get possession back. Justin Edwards hands it off to Grimes. Grimes, top of the key. Back to Edwards, guarded by Simons. Grimes drives, kicks back to Edwards, has to reach to snag the pass. Long 2 for Justin Edwards. Rattles home. Good start to the fourth quarter for the Sixers. They've closed the deficit to 2. Jaylen Brown to Sam Hauser in the corner. 5 seconds on the shot clock. They get it back to Brown. Working one-on-one with Edgecombe. Steps back, and it's long. 3 Sixers there for the rebound. Bona ends up with it. Sixers now with a chance to tie or take the lead. Watford, long 3 is way short. Okay, that was a misguided shot attempt there. Celtics bringing it back. Simons runs into Grimes, and that'll be a foul. Grimes not happy with the refs. He thought that the foul was on the floor. They say it was a shooting foul, so Simons will get free throws. Knocks down the first one. Checking in on the fouls. Sixers have 18. Celtics have 15. Simons 2 for 2. 79 to 75. 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Bona, Edwards, Edgecombe, Watford, and Grimes on the floor for the Sixers. Grimes guarded by Pritchard. Around a bonus screen. Thought about the 3. Now it's Watford in the corner. Drives on Hauser. Gets inside. Layup won't go. Puts back his own miss. Doesn't get it. Gets his own rebound again, but then loses the ball. Watford was fighting down there in the trenches, but could not come away with it. Pritchard, top of the key. 12 seconds to shoot. Guarded by Justin Edwards. 11 on 11. 2 number 11s. Pritchard gets inside. Can't do anything. Kicks out to Simons. Sidestep 3. That was smooth. He had Quentin Grimes all over the place. Edgecombe guarded by Walsh now. Sixers not moving a ton on offense. Pretty stationary. Grimes. Oh my goodness. What a move as he maneuvers around Sam Hauser and then finishes with a nice floater. A little hesitation, step back, and then fly by him. Simons for 3. Drills it. He is feeling it after he hit that first 3. That was a bit of a heat check. That's not going to bode well for the Sixers. Grimes for 3. He responds. It's raining threes in Philly. 85 to 80. Quentin Grimes keeps the Sixers in this one. Justin Edwards guarding Simons closely as he is clearly hot from 3. Simons loses it. Edwards with the steal and the slam. Justin Edwards, good defense on Anthony Simons, picks his pocket and gets the 2 points. And we've got a timeout. The Sixers get within 3 points on the Justin Edwards steal and slam, 85 to 82. We're going to commercial. We've got ourselves a close game. Who would have thought? Between the Sixers and the Celtics. This should be a fun finish. Excuse me for just a second again. All right, we are back. I had to go get some more water, and commercial didn't even end, so no worries. I wasn't worried. Are you worried? Okay. Yeah, there's a good stat from NBC. Celtics shooting 63% in the second half after shooting 28% in the first half. Yeah, knew they weren't going to shoot 28% the whole game, so knew there was positive regression coming, but I did not know that it would be in such strong form. But it was. Simons almost loses the ball again with Oubre guarding him this time. Now it's Drummond guarding him. 5 seconds. He crosses Oubre. Left-hand floater is good. Anthony Simons. Strong showing here in the fourth quarter. He has 10 points already in the fourth. 17 overall. Shoot, it's the fourth quarter. I still have this as the third. I'm gonna lock in on the scoreboard. There we go. Points I've been fine with. Basically since the first quarter. Maxey floater won't go. It's tipped up. Drummond almost had it, but he can't come away with it. Now it's Edwards guarding Simons. He's basically been the Celtics offense this quarter. Fires to Hauser. 3 is long. Drummond can't get the rebound, but it's tipped out. Maxey has it. Sixers down by 5. Maxey, little Euro step. Lay won't go, and Drummond can't tip it back up and in. Just over 7 minutes left. Maxey tries to steal the pass to Pritchard. He can't. Flies by him, and Pritchard stops and knocks down the 3. Celtics up by 8. 7 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Sixers need to get something going on offense because the Celtics are firing on all cylinders on offense, so the Sixers are just going to have to keep up with them, it seems like. And the way they're going to do that is Andre Drummond handing it off to Maxey. Cuts inside. It's blocked. Drummond somehow, though, tips it up and in off of the block. I don't think Maxey was trying to pass that to him. It looked like it was just tipped to Drummond. Either way, he floats it up and in. Sixers back down by 6. Maxey guarding Simons now. One-on-one. Simons tries to drive on Maxey. He can't. Tough turnaround jumper. Won't go. Garza has it, and he is fouled by Edgecombe. Edgecombe tried to knock the ball loose there, and he was not able to, and Garza just went down, and that's foul. Jaylen Brown not currently in the game, but looks like he is about to check in. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a pass by Tyrese Maxey. I'm sorry I doubted you, Tyrese. I thought that shot was tipped by a defender. But no, he was passing it to Drummond. And then nice job by Drummond to reach back and tap that one in. Garza knocks down the first free throw. Derek White communicating with the Celtics bench. Garza 2 for 2 from the line, extends the Celtics lead back up to 8. Just over 6 minutes left. Sixers are going to have to start putting something together here if they want to make this a close finish. Maxey's got it, top of the key. Fires to Edwards on the wing, and he drills the 3. Justin Edwards has been clutch in this game. Huge shot there. Sixers are down by 5. Justin Edwards with 16 points tonight. Jaylen Brown back in the game for the Celtics. He's doubled. Now Drummond drops off. It's just Oubre. 6 seconds. White pulls up over Edgecombe. Shot is long. Drummond tried to get the rebound. It was knocked away by Garza, and Pritchard comes away with it. The rebounding, or lack thereof, coming back to bite the Sixers. Brown gets inside and misses the dunk. That was the way he missed the dunk. It moved the net like he made it, and Justin Edwards drills the 3 in transition. He is fired up. Edgecombe went up, and I guess he blocked that Brown dunk. It looked like he didn't, but he did, and then Justin Edwards with another 3, and he lets out a yell after he drills that one. He is 7 for 7 from the field, 19 points, has not missed a shot. Derek White tries to turn around, awkward jumper, won't go. The Sixers have it, down 2. Maxey works around a Drummond screen. Edwards from 3. Got it! Justin Edwards! 3 threes in a row. He is on fire. 92-93. The Sixers are back on top, and it's on the back of Justin Edwards. VJ Edgecombe did, in fact, block that Jaylen Brown dunk. And Justin Edwards, oh my goodness, the dude can't miss. Great job by Maxey finding him there, and he is fired up. The whole team fired up for Justin Edwards. That is amazing. We talked about guys taking advantage of these opportunities. Justin Edwards leading the Sixers in scoring tonight with 22 points, 9 of those coming on the last 3 Sixers possessions. 3 straight threes, all of them swished. He is so locked in right now. Oh my goodness, Justin Edwards. And just like that, the Sixers are back on top. 93-92. I mean, I guess when you scored 9 points that quick, that'll help. But holy cow, Justin Edwards. Absolutely lighting it up in the fourth quarter. This might be the Justin Edwards game. He hasn't missed. This is nuts. Poll in the chat still says 100% Sixers. It's looking a little better now, but 1 point game, 4:40 left in the fourth. These teams, I guess, just only play 1 point games this year. It's just how it's going to be, I guess. So we just got to accept it. Buckle up. Get ready, everybody. Wow, what a clinic from Justin Edwards, man. This is incredible. What's his high on the year so far? Can I pull that up? He's averaging 4 points per game so far this year. He scored 9 versus Charlotte. He's got 22. So this is his first time getting into double digits this year, and he has done it with a bang. Hasn't missed from the field. 22 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. He is lighting it up. 5 for 5 from 3-point range. Just ridiculous. And the clutchness of those last couple of threes. 8 straight made field goals. That's insane. Wow. Yeah, and the electricity from him, like after he made that second 3, he was fired up, and then the third one, he was even more so, beating his chest. Timeout, the guys came off the bench, all ran over to him. Those are the great moments in a basketball game where the crowd is fired up, the other team has to take a timeout, the bench comes running out. So glad Justin Edwards got to have one of those. And now let's see if the Sixers can get themselves a win. Celtics ball. They are down by 1 now. Derek White to Brown. He's doubled. Spins. Oubre on him. Gets to his spot at the free throw line and knocks it down. He has just been getting there consistently. He's been relentless. They get it to Justin Edwards. Jaylen Brown just knocking down shots from the free throw line all game. The Sixers got to find a way to stop it. They're trying to get the ball to Edwards. He's guarded well. 8 seconds. Maxey drives, steps back, gets it to go. Tough shot from Tyrese Maxey. And we are back and forth in this fourth quarter. Under 4 minutes now. Oubre guarding Brown. Brown gets around it, and we've got a foul, offensive foul on the Celtics. That's how he was able to get around it. That was Keita setting a moving screen on Tyrese Maxey. Yep, that's how Brown was able to get through. And the Sixers will get the ball back. Up by 1. 3:48 left in the fourth quarter. Maxey, Edgecombe, Oubre, Drummond, and Edwards on the floor. Edgecombe drives, kicks outside to Oubre. 3 won't go. That was an open look for Kelly. Edgecombe drew the defense and then fired it back out, but no good. Sixers up by 1. Pritchard, lob to Keita. Nice finish. Good play there by the Celtics. They go back up by 1. And we've got a timeout. Yeah, Sixers did not defend that one well. Celtics up 1. We go to commercial. Man, yep. What I like I said, this is gonna be back and forth. This is just how it goes. Teams are literally just trading baskets now. The Sixers have been trying to double Jaylen Brown, and it's worked some of the time. They've forced a couple turnovers that way. It's also led to a couple open threes, so it's been hit or miss, but they got to stop him from getting to that spot right at the free throw line. He's having his way when he gets there. So whatever you can do to stop him from getting to that middle part of the floor, that mid-range in the middle, that's going to be key because he's been kind of lighting them up from that spot. So we'll see what they can cook up defensively to try to slow that down. Jaylen Brown has 23 points tonight. Derek White with 15. Anthony Simons with 17 off the bench. Peyton Pritchard only 5 points. So not a great night from him. He's only shooting 25% from the field. He's only hit 1 3. So, which I guess you could assume when he only has 5 points. But now they're showing the replay of the Justin Edwards threes again. Oh, I loved how fired up he was. Both arms down at his sides, clenched fists, yelling. Great to see. Sixers ball, down 1, 3:15 left in regulation. Maxey scoop layup, and he is fouled. Again, they took a second to call it. Maxey yelling at the refs. Jordan Walsh, who fouled him, yelling at the refs. And I don't think he was fouled there. I'll be honest. I'm not always biased. I don't think Maxey was fouled there. But there have been a couple of calls that have gone the Celtics' way also tonight. So, we're keeping it even. A couple bad calls both ways. Mostly on just plays that are not fouls. There have been multiple both ways, non-fouls that were called fouls. As Maxey knocks down the first free throw, we are tied at 96. And we've got another timeout. A lot of timeouts here late in this fourth quarter. 3:10 left in the fourth quarter, tied at 96. We head to yet another commercial. Gave you the Celtics stat lines. On the Sixers side, they're shooting 43% from the field, 38% from three, 15 of 18 from the free throw line. Justin Edwards still leading with 22 points. Tyrese Maxey with 20 points, 5 rebounds, and 8 assists. 2 more assists, and he's got himself a double-double. Andre Drummond, 14 points, 13 rebounds. He's been huge in this game. Kelly Oubre, solid as always, 10 points, 5 rebounds, while also guarding Derek White and Jaylen Brown. Quentin Grimes, 18 off the bench. I did not realize Quentin Grimes had 18 points. 18.6 rebounds, 4 assists. A classic Quentin Grimes performance. You love to see it. Adem Bona, only 2 points, but he does have 2 blocks. I thought he had 3. I guess they didn't count that one. In my book, he has 3. But Jared McCain, only 7 minutes. Did not make a shot. Still looking for his first points. He's been rough. He's been rusty, to say the least. But got a long season. We can always count on him to bounce back. So we get back into the action here with Tyrese Maxey's second free throw. And he drains it. Sixers back on top, 97-96. Trying to get a win at home. They've come back from a road trip, home sweet home. Looking to use that home court advantage here in the final 3 minutes of the fourth quarter. Brown, guarded by Oubre and Maxey, fires to Pritchard. Pritchard, mid-range, rims out. Nick Nurse screaming at the refs about a push-off. That was close to a push-off. Brown, double-teamed. White in the corner, no good. Oubre tries to get the rebound, and he is pulled down by Keita. That is definitely a foul. Refs looking at each other. Okay, it's Sixers ball. I don't know how that wasn't a foul. Oubre got pulled to the ground. There's been some interesting calls and no calls in this game. Oubre's arm just gets pulled, and they didn't call it. Luckily, the Sixers get the ball because it was off the Celtics, but that could have been worse. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Maxey, guarded by Walsh, tries to spin. Derek White comes in, almost steals it. Maxey manages to get it out to Edgecombe. 3, bounces straight up and falls. Lucky, but we'll take it. Edgecombe for 3. The Sixers are up by 4. I can't believe Maxey. I thought he was going to lose that ball and it was going to go the other way. And Oubre with an emphatic charge. He threw his head back. He didn't get that last foul call. He made sure he was getting this one. He smiles at the bench. I don't know if his feet were set there. The reffing in this game has been interesting. But Oubre gets the charge call. Edgecombe, a lucky bounce, but again, we will take it. Or sorry, he did not get it was not a charge, but got the call for Oubre. Celtics still have the ball. Maxey gets the ball. Oh, Maxey blitzed Jaylen Brown. They both fell down. The ball was loose, and Oubre had it, but they call a foul on Maxey. Let's see that again. No, that's not a foul. That's not a foul. The refs are having a hard time at the end of this game, man. Maxey blitzed Brown. Brown went, ah! As soon as Maxey appeared in his face, Maxey hits the ball while falling away, and they called a foul on Maxey. Maxey was so mad at the refs. There's 2 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Nick Nurse challenges it. He's also taking this time to tell the refs how much Jaylen Brown has been pushing off. He's had a couple push-offs in the mid-range. I wouldn't say it's been like a huge problem, but there's been a couple where he's pushed off a little bit of Watford and Wallace. But this play that they're reviewing right now, they better say that was not a foul on Maxey, because they just did a good job. Jaylen Brown tried to come off of a screen from Walsh, and Maxey blitzed him coming right off of the screen, and Brown wasn't ready for it. Legitimately, in the slow-mo replay, he comes off the screen, he goes, ah! Before Maxey even makes contact, Maxey reaches in, knocks the ball away, and doesn't really make that much contact with Brown's body. He falls away while making contact. Brown goes to the ground. Sixers would have had a fast break layup, or honestly, there was nobody there with Oubre. They would have had a free dunk for Oubre, but instead they don't. Even if this does get overturned, which it should, they don't get those free points, which sucks. But we are still in review. I don't think that's a foul on Maxey. He gets in Brown's way, but that's just that's defense. He doesn't make meaningful contact that knocks Brown down. Brown goes down on his own, trying to chase after the ball that's already loose. So I think this should be Sixers ball. And the crowd is not happy as the call stands. I don't understand that. I don't at all. Maybe I'll ask Parker. I don't know how that's a foul on Maxey. I don't understand. So somebody please explain that to me. Nick Nurse is livid. He's convinced that Jaylen Brown pushed off. And he's been complaining about that on more than just this play. Someone who knows more basketball than me, please explain to me how that's a foul on Tyrese Maxey. Nick Nurse is not happy. Let's see if ball don't lie here. Jaylen Brown, guarded by Oubre, kicks out to Derek White, knocks down the three. Of course he does. What a momentum swing. Sixers are still up, but it feels like they're down. It's 100-99. Maxey, guarded by Walsh, spins back. Justin Edwards still in the game. He's earned it the way he's played today. Maxey wants to do it himself. He's upset. That's just emotional by Maxey, I think, there. He wants to get redemption, and he forces a shot. 1:25 left in the fourth quarter. Brown gets a screen. Doesn't really do much with it. Derek White, guarded by VJ Edgecombe. 5 seconds to shoot. Crosses him up. Floater. Just rolls around the rim and out. Oubre's got the rebound. Tyrese Maxey will take his time bringing this ball up the floor. 1 minute left. Sixers up by 1. Every possession is huge right now. Drummond, Maxey, two-man game. Maxey guarded tightly by Walsh. 5 to shoot. Maxey drives, right-handed floater, no good. Celtics have the rebound. 40 seconds. Sixers up by 1. Simons, Brown, White, Walsh, and Cato on the floor for the Celtics. Brown tries to draw the foul on Oubre, and he does. He pump faked and then jumped into him. 33.5 seconds left. Oubre kind of just standing there. And Brown jumps into him for the foul. So he will shoot 2 free throws. This one to tie. Shooting 80% from the line this year. 6 for 6 tonight. And he misses the first one. That's a broadcaster's curse there for you, or broadcaster's jinx there for you. He's perfect tonight, hasn't missed yet, immediately misses off the front of the rim. Also, a little bit of ball don't lie. So he misses that first free throw. That's big. Now all he can do is tie it up. Simons comes off the floor. Did not see who subbed in for him. Peyton Pritchard subbed in for him. And now if Brown misses this, we've got ourselves a brickin' for chicken. Forget about the momentous part of the game that we're in. This is free chicken on the line here. And he makes the second. We are tied at 100 with 30 seconds left. Yet another Sixers-Celtics game coming down to the wire. 10 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Tied at 100. Tyrese Maxey gets a screen from Andre Drummond. 8 seconds to shoot. Maxey spins in the lane. Kicks it out. Justin Edwards misses the three. Oubre with the putback. Kelly Oubre perfectly times his leap and puts it back in. Sixers up 102-100, 8.7 seconds left. Edgecombe kind of headbutts Oubre. Justin Edwards missed his first shot of the game, but Kelly Oubre with a beautifully timed putback. They were all over Tyrese Maxey. He found an open Justin Edwards, who missed the three pretty badly to the left, but Oubre was right there. Great awareness, great timing. Ball went right to him. Easy putback for Kelly Oubre. And the Sixers are up by 2. Celtics with plenty of time, 8.7 seconds. Oubre wanted a foul because Brown, and so did Nick Nurse. They showed a replay. Nick Nurse was like, yeah, we scored. Oh, foul. Because, yeah, Jaylen Brown did kind of smack Oubre. You could say there was a foul there. Jaylen Brown, he hit him, but no foul call. Again, the refereeing has been, suspect in this game. And it looks like we're going to get a third straight Sixers-Celtics game in 2025 that comes down to the very last shot. And so far in these games, the Sixers got a stop to win the first matchup where Peyton Pritchard missed a shot. And then in the most recent matchup, the Celtics got a stop where Quentin Grimes got caught and then Embiid couldn't get a shot off. So both teams have had defensive stands to win so far this year. Let's see if the Sixers can get another defensive stand. White to inbound. Gets it to Brown. Guarded by Oubre. They double him. White loses the ball. He's got 3 seconds. Chucks it up. And that'll be goaltending on Keita. And another defensive stand for the Sixers. Kelly Oubre, instrumental down the stretch. He gets the putback. And then he plays strong defense on the final possession. Andre Drummond also had a great game. And then he, on the final possession, switches over. They doubled Brown. Drummond ends up on Derek White, kind of knocks it loose, which then forces White to scramble. He chucks up a shot. Great defense by the Sixers there. They were very aggressive. This was Andre Drummond and Justin Edwards' game, really. And then Kelly Oubre comes up big at the end there. But, wow, what a finish. These two teams just play close games all year. Sixers come away with the win. 102-100. What a game. The first stream of the year that I have done where the Sixers win. They are now officially 1-1 in times where Owen streams their game. So, just a recap for you if you're just joining now for some reason. The Sixers win 102-100. It was Justin Edwards with 22 points in 27 minutes. He was perfect from the field until he missed a three at the very end. But even that missed three resulted in points for the Sixers as Kelly Oubre put it back up and in. Andre Drummond, 14 points, 13 rebounds, also strong on defense, stepping in for Joel Embiid, who did not play tonight. Tyrese Maxey, 21 points, 9 assists, 5 rebounds. Solid. Honestly, a down performance for how good he's been this year, but still solid. Kelly Oubre, 12 points, 7 rebounds. guarded Jaylen Brown most of the game. Despite getting into foul trouble, he did not foul out. And that was good because they needed him there at the end of the fourth quarter. So those were your key performers for the Sixers. The Celtics, Jaylen Brown had 24 points. Derek White had 18. Anthony Simons had 17. Sixers did a good job shutting down Simons there at the end. It seemed like he could have gone on a hot streak. He eventually, they did slow him down, and then Justin Edwards went on a hot streak. So they flipped the script there a little bit. But very entertaining game, very stressful game. It seems like those are the games that these two teams are just going to play every time this year. But the Sixers come away with this win, hard-fought win. So great job by the Sixers. And they will... Wait, what's their record now? They're 7-4. Sixers improved to 7-4. You love to see it. This is a team that fights hard. They play close games. They're getting a ton of experience in these close games. And they've had some big wins, some clutch wins, some clutch performances. You love to see the young guys stepping up. Justin Edwards, like I said, was amazing in this game. And yeah, shout out the vets, Andre Drummond, Kelly Oubre. Love having those guys around. Key contributions from them. The refereeing in this game was suspect, but it was suspect both ways, so I guess it kind of balances out. But I understand if the Celtics fans are a little upset by some calls, but hey, we were upset by some calls too, so I think you can see the balance there. Neither of the teams were happy with the calls that this officiating crew had there. So yeah, crazy game. I'm tired. It's past 10:30. It's past my bedtime. So thank you guys for watching. Go Sixers.